I was banned because riots would happen.
Ceaza kept going. Ceaza killed it.
I kept
Caesar
going.
killed it.
You were probably like, this is what I've been fucking my whole life been leading up to this shit, dog. Welcome to RAPT Media, everybody. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We're doing this shit for the culture. This is one of my favorite type of interviews, is the origin shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so important. You know, everyone sees where Toronto is now, but they don't really know where it came from.
Where it came from, like the depth of it.
I feel like our generation is the lost generation,
Of Toronto's,
you know what I'm saying?
Music scene.
We're at a like a middle point of the very beginning with a maestro and the foundation,
The real foundation,
the real foundation, and then there's us,
which is like the new
the grind stage.
Yo, yeah.
Go out in the streets.
Because you're right. Because it was like the sorry, my bad. Go. Because you. Go.
Because you guys both feel the same way. You know what I mean?
We're gonna try not to cut. We try not to cut. Go.
I know it already because we know it. That's
passion behind it. There's real feeling and emotion behind it.
We're actually active. You know
Right.
I feel like at that time, that was a time when you could go out and move 5,000 mixtapes.
Right.
And nobody would believe you. Because you ain't got no video on TV.
Right.
You ain't got a single on radio.
Right.
But you're just moving city to city.
Right, and grinding.
And you might
Exposing
not even be
yourself,
opening for big artists when they come.
You just want to get as many,
much
exposure as possible,
That's
right?
it.
You meet as many people as possible.
Because that was like you were really popping in like the mixtape era.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That was it.
Like I take it back to 2006 and like you were the hottest artist in the city, dog.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Ceaza Leone in 2006.
Yeah.
Yo, because I remember the times very specifically because it sticks out to me.
True.
And I remember like Ceaza Leone was that guy. Big Apple had very few mixtapes in his store, and it was like yours was one of them.
Yeah.
Up there.
For sure.
You know, so did you experience that? Like, because you were booming, so were you? That's what you were doing, selling mixtapes at those times.
Yeah.
Like just straight grinding the mixtapes.
Mixtapes.
Grinding for sure.
And the thing was, I wasn't only selling like ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was selling boxes of CDs.
Yeah, facts.
So I would find a kid in a small town and say, hey, I'll sell you a box of CDs for $300, $400.
Right.
And he'd buy the whole box, and you know what he could do with that.
Right. They go reselling
That's 100, maybe 200 CDs in the box.
Right.
He's running and going crazy in his town.
Right.
That's how I got popping.
Right.
That's how you did it, eh?
That's actually how I got popping.
Because that.
And the thing was, I wasn't only doing music.
Right.
I was throwing parties the whole time.
Okay.
See, people don't know this. And even going back, I didn't even know this.
That's the thing. I've been throwing parties since I was 16.
No way. So that's how.
You put
So
yourself
is
out
that
there
how
like
you
that,
got?
right?
That's how I got the back room connections.
So were you rapping before you got into the party scene, or did you get into that scene throwing parties and then just like start rapping?
Well, the music thing was a organic thing. That's an innate.
Yeah. The music thing, I'd say I've been doing music since I was like 8.
Yeah.
Right. So
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lifestyle.
And I like to know, was your family musical? Was it a very musical like household?
Upbringing.
Like relatives, were they inclined musically?
You probably heard this story 1,000 times.
Right.
I grew up in church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My older brother played organ, the bass, drums.
Yeah.
My mom sang. I played drums.
Right.
My brother sang.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
shit.
It was like,
So it was a very natural
you know what I'm saying?
thing.
It was a natural thing. Like every weekend, you're hearing live instrumentation. You're hearing singers.
Right.
I can pick out who's the good singer versus the bad singer. I could do that since
Right.
high. You know what I'm
So the
saying?
A&R ear
I
was
was an
always there.
A&R. I had the A&R ear. I feel like I was born with that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
The ear of the music.
The ear of the
You
music.
either got it
So
or you
when,
don't, right?
so when
At the
did
end
the
of the day.
days from, singing in the church and things like that, how did it morph into, writing or producing? Where was the evolution?
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Thank
I
you,
feel like me and my brothers were producing
Right.
even in church.
Just naturally.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Because it's
Because
music.
I'll tell you this, like when DMX's first album, It's
Right.
Dark and Hell is Hot. The
Shout out to
song,
Guy.
I'll tell you, because I have a vivid memory.
Right.
The song Crime Story. Do do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
Come on
Dude,
now.
yeah, with the simple bass line.
Yeah.
Bro, we used to like remix choruses in church.
Oh shit.
Put the hip hop riffs in it.
Yo, now was this like, so because I never went to church, so was this like in front of the people, or was this
is
like after the times
this
you get
is
to just
in front.
everybody?
This is like main stage.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like the showmanship part,
Right.
that was nothing.
Right.
I've been doing that since I was yay high.
Been
Yeah.
had that.
So
To
it was a
be in a
natural.
choir
Been
and
had
to
that.
be in front of 500
Yeah.
people.
Right.
So
I've
used
been
to
doing
it,
that.
yeah.
That, like,
Been had that.
I've been doing that since yay high.
Right, right. And that's an
what I'm saying?
amazing feeling to have that vibe with
Yeah.
your family,
Oh,
you know,
for
like
sure.
the music.
For sure.
You know, because same way with me, you know, I was born on tour in a
Yeah.
tour bus and shit.
Yeah.
And like my whole life's just been music.
Yeah.
You know,
Shit.
like
Oh, for
my
sure.
dad was playing and things, so I'd be doing the lights and fucking around.
That's
And then it's a natural evolution.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, for
so I
sure.
love to
Yeah.
see people where it's like, yo, this is just this motherfucker's path.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
this is just music, something you got to do. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
like,
You see that shit morph into other things too, though.
Oh well, that's it. Like
You know what I
once,
mean? Because like basketball players got that same charisma, like
right,
I mean,
right.
as a showman. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, the
Oh, for
showmanship,
sure.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Rappers,
that's
basketball. You know what I mean?
that
They're all
he-
performers.
He's like
Right.
Thing is
dancing
there.
around it, but like I got 4 brothers.
Right.
I grew up with no, sorry, I got 3 brothers.
Got 3
Right.
brothers, baby.
I predominantly grew up with 2,
Right.
right?
So where'd you grow up, fam?
Born and raised Dufferin and Lawrence.
Ah, damn.
Okay.
North York, Toronto.
Okay.
Right now is it's the shooting zone, or you could call it jungle. You know what I'm
Jungle.
saying?
Lawrence
As
Heights.
many do.
You might hear Varna Drive
Yeah.
and Flemington Road.
Yeah,
and, you know
Flamont.
what I'm saying? Like these are things I was born into.
Right. And for people that don't know those
didn't know,
areas,
shout you out,
this
baby.
shit is like
Yeah,
it's another world, dog.
it is. It's a
Yeah.
world within
We're
a
talking-
world. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You turn in those ways, it's an absolute other.
It's
as
another
I-
world, and then across the street you have Yorkdale.
Yeah.
which is fucked up. So how did that play? Like, how did that play into your psyche growing up?
Yeah. Especially
Man,
your music.
You know what it was, bro? I'll tell you honestly, like my growing up was like a movie.
Right.
And I always knew I would get my chance to make the soundtrack.
Right. So you've seen
You know
it
what I'm
from
saying?
little.
Like I seen it from little, bro.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Like I said, I've been rapping since 8.
Right. So that's
8.
so 8. So bring it back there. So cause that's young as fuck, dog.
like a nature
Like
for
I
you.
got a 10-year-old son and like thinking 8 and what, you're writing your own shit and like
Yeah.
spitting it like that out there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caesar was writing from early.
Yeah. And you know why? It's because of him.
Yeah.
Caesar was
I
writing
seen
from early.
him writing. I seen him writing in his little workbooks. from
Right,
school
right,
and
right.
shit. So I'm like,
And you just looked up
bro,
to
I
him.
can be better than this guy. That was my thing.
Oh,
That's
because the
sibling
younger
competitiveness.
brother
I'm the
thing.
youngest one.
Right. Oh, you're the youngest of all the brothers.
Yeah.
I was there, but that's accepted though, because that's how it's supposed to be. You dig it?
Right.
Right, right.
I was the youngest one, and
At
it
the
was
same time, we
always
set that bar high. You dig?
Absolutely.
I was
Supposed to.
always. Oh, that's Lucha's brother.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's Dre's brother.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I was always that, so I had the chip on my shoulder.
right. You were like,
I always wanted to like overemphasize that. Hey, I'm here.
yeah,
Yeah,
like yo, this is
everything.
You know
me.
what I'm
Like,
saying? Like this is me. Like,
Right,
not
right,
my
right.
brothers.
So
brother.
that's where
You know what I'm
that
saying?
extra. That's where that just
That-
fucking unstoppable grind
Early.
came from.
Early.
From early.
Yeah.
Early.
Real,
Like early.
real deal Holyfield. Real deal Holyfield.
And you know what? You know what's really
Real
commendable right
Holyfield.
now is that you have a big brother that really fucking looked up to you and took the a stance as a real OG.
Oh, for sure.
That's it.
Somebody-
The man's
Sure,
really
that's
rate
it.
that.
That's it, for
You know,
sure. we
because
accept advice from different ages.
that's what it's about.
For
You
sure.
understand?
That's
we accept
that's
different essences from different
you know.
different areas.
Absolutely,
Doesn't
and
matter.
you know, and that's how I like to make any decision I make. Like I want to get a wide opinion.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for
Like
sure.
I don't want just.
Exactly.
I know I got horse blinders on, and I like I just think something in that. It's like, but
Yeah,
I like to get
exactly.
everybody's opinion. Like, what do
Yeah.
you think?
For sure.
You know,
Right.
because like this,
Sure.
even this Facebook shit. Shout out the guy. Shout out the Dons right now because at first I was like, yo, I don't really rate Facebook. I was like, it's kind of a dead thing. But what?
Yeah.
But I took he was like, you know what? No, dog. Like I really want you to focus on it and like do it. And I was like,
Yeah, and see.
at first I
Give it
was
a
like,
chance.
dog, like don't tell me
yes.
what I do.
Yeah,
Like don't
yeah,
tell me
yeah,
what to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
But I took it in subconsciously, and now I'm glad I did because what I learned is that I think of it kind of like a concert now. It's like
Oh, for
Instagrams where like the guys are in the backstages, and
Yeah.
Facebook is like the audience.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like all the
yeah.
fans. So
Right,
shout out
right,
everybody
right.
tuning in.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
everybody tuning in.
Shout out.
So you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you started at 8.
8.
You started rapping at 8. At
8.
what point did you realize like this shit is a lot
is what you're
more
doing.
serious
Yeah.
now?
That didn't come until later, but the path to that,
Right,
I feel is like no other.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Because I used this analogy maybe a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I was speaking to the King of Brampton, Lil Bandcamp. Shout out Lil Bandcamp.
Oh, is
Shout
he
out
from
guy.
Brampton?
He's from Lil.
Did
he's
he?
from Brampton.
Yo, okay, keep doing,
That's-
but then we'll
that's
talk
my
about him after.
We'll get back to that.
Right.
But I was talking to him and I was telling him about the time, like the era.
Right.
The era, it was like we were walking down a long, dark hallway.
That you didn't have any sight of the
But
end.
we had no sight of the
Right.
end, but I kept on bumping into people along the way.
Along the way.
Right.
And I'd be like, oh shit, you're in here?
Yo, those are better times for Toronto
Oh shit.
still.
Man.
No, I agree.
Yo,
with
you could go to you could go
Man.
support your guy from the club at his show and bump into people from
Yeah.
all over the fucking place,
Yeah.
bro.
We're out there like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
You
it's
know,
different now.
It was a way to move.
Right.
To be honest, even if I wasn't in your city, I spread your shit like wildfire.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, like Ceaza wasn't really popping in the city like that.
Well,
But then
if we're going,
people-
if
If-
are
yeah,
we
if we're going
are we
there.
going to the time where he signed with the offense?
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay, well,
Right.
first we gotta,
We'll
we gotta give.
We'll get
There's a
there.
lot of stuff we gotta give the audience.
Yeah.
So
for
we're
right there.
we're in the struggle. We're grinding. When did you release your first official tune? Like I went into the studio, recorded it. Like yo, this is it. And what was your name? Was it Ceaza Leone from the jump?
No, well, it morphed into that.
Right.
But I won't start like the very beginning on the
Yeah.
karaoke machine.
Right.
Right.
No.
Shit, you know
No,
what I'm
let's go
saying?
to
Yeah, like you're-
production.
I won't
Let's go to
do
real
that, but
production.
The craziest thing is like my first time in a real studio, I went in with a legend. My first real studio session was thanks to my bro.
Right.
So you got to experience
I,
it on that
I,
level.
I got in with Liberty Silver.
Okay.
This is probably somebody your parents played.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
this is 2 times platinum,
So-
sang at the Olympics, like Canadian
Damn right.
music.
Yeah.
legend.
Liberty.
Right.
Like
So it
big
wasn't
deal.
even on some rap shit, really.
Like big deal, and I did a feature for her.
Right.
Okay.
That's my first
rap
real,
feature?
National anthem at
Yeah.
the Blue Jays.
That's crazy.
Like,
eh?
man, like,
Straight
So you
out the
came in
gate.
hard, like yeah,
Like,
you
I
just
came-
like
I came
you
in
left a
hard.
big footprint.
Yeah.
the
going
thing
in.
is, like I had to battle for that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like the winner wins.
before that, like I had to prove myself.
Right.
Sir, you did.
It was like, okay, our friend's little brother.
Right.
Right.
I'm
You're
saying?
still same
Once
thing,
again,
same thing, right?
It's that same thing.
But this is going back way before any sort of structure. Like it was based, it was real. Like yo, you go to the blocks and it's like you're rapping is like who's can rap. Yeah. Yo, can you drop some shit that everyone's like it's over. It's
that
Ceaza.
was it. Yeah. To be honest, like it was me and a dude in the studio. And they just kept on feeding us beats.
That's it.
Oh,
and it was like, keep going until you can't go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, I kept
Your
going.
first time.
I kept going.
And Ceaza kept going.
I kept
Ceaza killed it.
I kept
Ceaza
going.
killed it.
You were probably like, this is what I've been fucking my whole life been leading up to this shit, dog.
Then the next call I got was to do the feature.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, there's a weight.
It's like a payoff almost.
I didn't really know what was gonna happen.
Right.
I just knew I went there and spit like 1,000
as
bars.
hard as you could.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the
I spit 1,000
yeah,
bars.
what did you hear?
That was it.
Yeah.
So when I got the call and my bro hit me, he's like, "Yo, we're coming to grab you. Going to the studio."
Like right then, like
just like that.
As they're rolling to the studio
like
now.
I was not ready.
No,
I was not ready.
But you went and crushed it.
But the crazy thing is, I'm already in the house working on music anyway.
Right. So you were focused on it,
bro.
This is your whole life,
like,
bro.
This is like.
So
man,
that would be.
Me.
So this would be the first time. So you're like, you know, fuck. Obviously, they chose me because like, fuck, I'm better than everybody else that was.
Whoever they had going to that studio, I blew them out the water.
So then you got a little bit of confidence.
I had confidence, but at the same time, I felt like
How old were you?
I had something to build. I was like 17.
Okay.
Yeah, about 17 them times.
Right.
I had something to build because I already had my crew.
Right.
So what was it after that record? Where did we go? You know, how did it become?
I worked with them for a bit. I worked with their production company. They were looking for a situation. They were looking for a situation. Nothing really came about with that.
Right.
They had an R&B group. They were shopping and whatever with that. But after that, I kind of just knew I had to take things in my own hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had.
So that's
I had
you want to drink, fam?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Yeah, pour up.
You got some Henny in the back too. You want one?
I got one.
So you knew then.
Yeah, I knew after that situation,
right?
Like they didn't land anything, so I knew like I was on my own at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And so but your brother always had your back.
My bro always had my back.
Right.
Like, but even him, he was off doing his thing.
Stop this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. But I had to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I had a rapper by the name of Shaw Dizzy.
Right.
That's like my bro to this day.
Right.
I had a producer. My producer Sosa, Big Sos.
Right.
And that was it. Yeah. That was Battleground Entertainment at the time.
Oh shit.
Right?
What year's that?
That's probably
Terrorizing.
That's probably 02, 03.
Okay.
Yep, terrorizing.
And this is Dufferin and Lawrence.
No, I'm in Brampton at
Dufferin and Lawrence mentality, jungle mentality.
Of course, right. Of course. Bro,
trust me.
Trust me.
The crazy,
forever traumatized, trust me.
Yeah, forever.
The crazy thing is, like,
for real.
And I'll say this. I'm like the first batch of Toronto kids to move to Brampton.
Okay.
Right.
But the crazy thing is, I was always back and forth.
Right. Now, why?
Always back and forth because I never really felt comfortable in the burbs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never.
It wasn't
it's a
home.
fucked up thing,
it's
right?
Crazy, bro.
Yo, dog. Even me, like, I'll go to a nice restaurant and I just feel like a piece of shit. I'm just like, yo, I'll go to a nice restaurant and I'll be like, yo, they know about me. Like, I just don't feel comfortable, dog. But take me to the spots and shit, and you know, might as well have her feet up and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know what? And this is it goes deep because that feeling is from a long line of systematic failure.
Oh yeah,
100%.
for sure.
You know, like.
For sure.
The way that, you know, when you grow up certain ways, the way you have, you know, if you decide as an adult that you want to face your demons and shit, dog, this shit is real.
Yeah, man.
You know, and
it's
as
real.
men, I feel like we just say like, no, we just blah, 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 blah. But like.
Man, a lot of dudes are lying to themselves.
Fact.
To be honest with
Fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you. And the
fact.
thing is, they're not willing to look themselves in the mirror and be honest.
because
Even with themselves.
you know why?
sucks.
And
Not even
Like
with
a lot of
anybody
that.
else.
Fact.
Just with yourself.
yeah.
Right.
And
Look yourself
and
in
you
the
gotta
eyes.
start. And that, you know what it is that's a painful thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
and
gotta do
and
it.
trust
It's more
me,
painful to live with it.
yeah, you say you got to do it, but you doing it, you got to be like for me, I feel like, you know, I turn around and face all this shit. It's just because I'm stubborn as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do this my whole life,
Yeah.
living these patterns my whole life.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
turn around.
Right.
But my whole shit was like, yo, I'm running 100 miles. Like when I was younger and shit, like I was like, yo, fuck, catch me when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for real. And then I'm like running and I'm like 34 and shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So
I
slow down
met
a
a
bit.
girl and I'm like, yo, fuck, you know what? I don't want to be a piece of shit my whole life.
Yeah.
Let's just turn around and you're running 3 miles an hour. Those things are running 300 miles an hour
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
and hit you.
Exactly.
And trust me. And then it's
you
like,
got to meet a girl to get to that point, though.
no,
No,
you
that was
don't.
just
This
an
is just
experience.
my
You know what I'm
personal
saying?
thing,
Like,
you know,
get that
because
on your own,
up
you
into
dig?
that,
By
because
seeing what's just happening around you.
Right, right.
You
And you know,
understand?
and some people are lucky, you know, I feel like those people that can even see that and do that,
Right.
you're lucky. Whether it come
Yeah.
from this, you know, for me it was just like I met someone and I was like, yo, fuck, you know, I don't want to be a piece of shit
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like I don't
Life is more than tunnel vision, fam.
you know, but we're you know, I'm happy that we've seen that.
Yeah.
You know, cuz we know how many people out there they don't
Life
see
is
that.
not a tunnel.
No, dog. You gotta
You
absolutely, absolutely.
You don't want it to be.
Yeah, it's-
You don't want
Yeah.
it to be.
So don't have your mindset like that.
You know what I mean?
Understand?
So then we fast forward. We're fast forwarding in 2006, and let me tell you my
Yeah.
personal story and why this is important to me. So I'm a little grinder, just, you know, those are the days you gotta have bars. And especially me, I'm
Oh,
like, yo,
yeah.
I'm just rapping my ass off.
Yeah,
and same
yeah.
shit, hitting the thing with hockey duffels
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
of fucking CDs at
Yeah.
2:30 when the clubs drop, handing them out for free.
Yeah.
Fucking thousands.
And the worst thing about it is, sorry to cut
Yeah,
you,
no.
But at the end, when everybody's in their car or,
Right.
or on the Gardner, bro, you look down at the floor, all them CDs is right there.
At the floor. And
Yeah,
You
just
gotta
watching
pick
people
'em up
stomping
and
over
do the
your shit.
over again.
Right. And you know what? And that's what you do. You do it over and over again. And I remember after doing it a bit, though, you'd hand it out and then you're just cooling. And then everyone's in their cars in the go. And then you're like, hear the first track of your
Yup.
song.
Yup.
And I'm like, damn. I'm like,
Yup.
they're playing. And around those times, and this is the story. So around those times, I was at the Joel Santana concert. And Big Apple had his guys handing out Canadian Dipset expansion
Yeah,
surge
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm like, I got this. This is my ticket. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it. So, but the way they kicked it was like, yo, you're gonna come sit down with us and things. So I bring my whole package. No, it wasn't like that, fam. They just brought everybody to the thing. They had Duke the God, and I was terrified, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's like all the guys with all their people, and it's like me and my one buddy. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I even do, fam? And he's like, yo, you gotta go and do exactly what you said. Anyways, I won that shit that night.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was amazing because Big Apple put my CD in his store.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing because he only had one other CD in his
Yeah.
store at the time.
Yeah.
And it was Ceaza Leone.
Man.
Damn.
It was
To be
Ceaza
real with
Leone.
you, to be real with you,
Damn.
I
Nah.
even had to work
Get
for
it.
that.
Absolutely.
I
But
had
you
to work
earned
for
but
that.
that was an earned thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
That was an earned
For
thing.
sure.
Shout out Rich and the guys.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Like, shout out to Young T-Rex.
Yo, shout out,
Shout out
Each
shout out to Young
Entertainment.
T-Rex.
He was there that night.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shout
Yo,
out to
that's
Young
wild,
T-Rex.
eh? And see
Shout
now.
out Big Apple, man. You know what
Damn.
I'm saying?
Shout out
Like,
Big Apple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
the origin
Legit
of Toronto. This is
legends.
some deep
Yo,
I'm saying?
and these are times that people have no fucking idea about
No.
unless